Hi channel. We are back in my Kenny Powers Skylane. It's been over a month and A2A's hangar is mad at me for not flying the plane for a while. It says it's not good to let it sit so long. We are also back in the USOA. We are in Vicksburg. I think it's Mississippi. I'll check soon on the map so I won't say anything. And we're running Orbex FTX Open Land class. This is the tour of the Open Land class, as the title of the video suggests. And we are, this is an Orbex freeware airport as well. Global freeware. Pretty good stuff. I'm still in the Skylane because, as I've mentioned in all the other videos, I'm really waiting for these tires to fail. They're all telling me that they will fail. It's been over a month, yeah, so I don't know. That's bad. I'm kind of just wanting this plane to fail because I want to see how that works. I've never had an A2A plane failed on me before. Also, it's overloaded. So, yeah, it should be good. I moved into a new house, so I have a slightly better situation for flying around than I used to have. The route that we're taking today is Tallulah, Vicksburg, KTVR, and I think it is, let's just make sure here. It is, man, I can't even tell what state it is because I'm apparently blind. Oh, it's in Louisiana. Mississippi is just on the other side of the river. We are going though to a new state. We're going to Arkansas, and we're going to Lake Village Municipal Airport, outside of Greenville, but it's still sort of up the Mississippi. So I think what we'll do is we will use the Mississippi for ferry guidance, but we'll also put everything into the GPS as we get going. I've upgraded so much since last time, but I'll walk you through it once we get airborne, I guess. Let's see. Beacon on. Okay. Watch prop. Let's turn on the avionics now. Now light and strobe light come off. On. I mean. Let's pan. I've upgraded my Garmin, my GTN 750 to the newest version. Not noticing much of a difference yet, but I also didn't read the change log, so it's hard for me to tell. This is new, I think, but it may also be that I removed it before. I just don't remember.
TOS system test OK.
I think there's something new about, oh, and I don't remember what it was, but I think there's something new about on something that you could something that displayed here. If it was maybe it was like 3D terrain or something. I think maybe there's better terrain, something like that came with a new update. If you own this, or if you don't own this, basically why the GTN 750 is so good is it's using Garmin's own software that you get when you buy the $20,000 unit for your plane. You get software with it so you can train in your house for the actual GPS, and that software is running here and interfacing with the sim, which is what makes it so damn good. So looking pretty good. Let's get the weather and then let's get going.
Kilo Tango Victor Romeo Airport information Delta 1653 Zulu weather wind 111 at 5 visibility 10 sky clear temperature 7 dew point -6 altimeter 3055 advise on initial contact. You have information Delta Kilo Tango Victor Romeo.
Okay. So I guess we're actually gonna have a crosswind landing regardless. Let's go to let's do the northernmost one with us since we're doing north.
Kilo Tango Victor Romeo traffic. Cessna November 995 Charlie Sierra is taxiing to runway 36. Kilo Tango Victor Romeo.
Let's see if I'm able to taxi now that I actually have my pedals locked in a bit more to the floor than they were before. So yeah, I've upgraded a lot since last time. Most sort of visually, most visually striking thing is probably that I updated my PTA tool to PTA version 2 and upgraded, and I changed the shader pack that I'm using, so everything is a little bit brighter now. On top of that, I bought ENVTex, this new texture replacement tool that integrates with ASCA, Active Sky Cloud Art, and I'm not 100% sure how it works, but so my understanding of how it works is it basically replaces the textures that are in ASCA, which I do not like, with different textures, but it lets ASCA still do its job, so that it still changes textures on the fly, but they're better textures. So that I really like the idea if that's how it works. On top of that, it changes things like the sky and the sun and the moon and the ground and the grass and the environment maps and all kinds of stuff. So far I like it. Maybe it's a little overpriced, but I think if I were to start off fresh with no texture pack today, I'd just get the NTEX and leave it at that. 20 euros, and it's everything, both ground textures, asphalt, runways, yeah, the whole shebang. I think it seems like pretty good value for what it is. I was gonna try to sync up my switches here. I think since it's been so long, we'll do a full little run up down here, the run up area. Yeah, it's still hard to taxi this plane. Okay, let's see. Cycle the prop 3 times. Left mag, watch it drop. Back to both. Right mag, watch it drop. Back to both. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Sorry about that. Let's go flying.
Kilo Tango Victor Romeo traffic. Cessna November 995 Charlie Sierra taking off runway 36. Departure to the north. Kilo Tango Victor Romeo.
I do think I have some more taxing control than I used to have. Okay, let's just get going. Also bought some new planes. I bought the Flysimware Lear and I bought the Catalina from Airsoft on the sales that have been happening. And I bought some airports. I bought Airsoft Genoa and Arbex's Dubrovnik. I also bought Fly Tampa Sydney, even though I almost never fly in Australia, but it's just like Fly Tampa is amazing. So I also needed their airport when it was on sale, but I had to strike while I could, especially considering that the 777 airline to sim training program is coming out soon. I love their training program. I really wanted somewhere to fly with the 777, and Sydney might be a good choice. So I'm finding pretty. I should show you. I keep forgetting turn the yokes on. I'm fighting pretty significant crosswind, as we saw. It's coming directly in from the side. Other than that, the weather seems pretty nice. We've changed to winter here, but it's definitely not as wintry as it is where I live, which is Norway. It's pretty wintry though. The other thing that's happened that I just wanted to talk about is X-Plane 11, and I have to say I'm really impressed by what I'm seeing. I think it looks really good, and I am very much considering buying it and maybe even converting to it. I don't know, I have so many add-ons, so I won't get bitter prepared, but it just looks stunning. The thing that looks terrible still are the ground textures. I mean, if Orbex were to jump over to X-Plane, I'd just rebuy everything and start over in X-Plane, but because I want these textures, but I'd want them in a sim that renders as far distances as X-Plane seems to be doing, and with such sharpness and such little pop in, and the reflections and the lighting, everything. It looks really amazing. Prepared looks really amazing too, but and I wasn't sure that I would be so impressed with X-Plane 11 actually when I started seeing previews from it, but I am thoroughly impressed by what I'm seeing so far. I think it looks fantastic. Really good job from the guys at X-Plane. That looks they've really made it shine. Incredible. And you can get things like this this GTN 750 you can get for X-Plane now. Yes. Similar type of deal as you can as in Prepared. But that's what I want. It looks like a really it's become a really interesting platform. I was just watching videos yesterday of some guy who's flying around and just the reflections in the airplane skin of the strobe lights, so gorgeous, so immersive, so good. Wow, very impressed with it. And so I don't know, I'm not gonna promise anything, but expect to see me fly around in X-Plane pretty soon. I think I'll probably hate it because I've hated it before, but I really do want to love it. I don't know, I want Prepared to be like X-Plane sometimes. The thing is if you're watching these videos, you're probably into flight simulation yourself, and do I hate reinstalling everything and doing everything over and over again forever. Like I've been away for just a month now, and I'm trying to keep my sim updated. So just getting the sim started up again, and updating everything, installing new add-ons. It took me like 3 hours this morning just to do that, just to update and install everything. It's just so much work. I want something that's a lot less work. I'm not sure that X-Plane is that, but if it is, then I might be in. It'd be worth doing the work to be able to stop doing the work, if you will. Just testing the swivel of the head here. I think actually I've moved my track IR since I'm now in a new space, like physical space, and it's more directly in front of me, and it seems to give me better head movement. Before I felt like I was slightly offset to the side, but that really didn't. I kind of messed with the way my head moved when I turned it. It would turn and move to the side, which it's not doing anymore. Pretty good. Guess that fixes that. Anyways, let's fly this plane, huh? So I was kind of planning to go around to 500 feet. I think we'll take this down to like 85. Take the big mixture down to about 75, something like that. And we'll bring the manifold pressure back into the green here. aircraft for a nice good cruise. I normally don't use autopilot when I'm flying the ADOA aircraft. I just find it more fun to twiddle and trim and mess with them as they fly along. Let's see here. I might set it up on autopilot now just because I want to figure out what is new with this. With the GTN, but I wanted to take a little trip around it, if you will. Learn how to set up the autopilot. I think now it's armed to capture, because the altitude armed 2,500 feet, and we typed in -300 on the vertical speed, which is what it's trying to do here. Hopefully, when it gets to 2,500 feet here, it will stop descending and capture the altitude. I have a couple of issues with this autopilot. I have to click the autopilot button on my joystick to get it started, and I don't know if that's correct. I think I should be able to just click this to get it started, but I guess not. Then the other thing is the altitude, which I sort of don't quite understand, and I don't understand how the trim affects the altitude. But in any case, it seems to be fine. I captured the altitude, and I'm on the heading. Let's close the cowl flaps. See if I can get some more speed out of this. And let's also, while we're at it, just sort of tweak the heading here so we can capture the actual GPS. The CDI, this central data instrument, whatever it's for, is tuned to the GPS. So the arrow here now is tuned to the GPS. If I click this, I can also tune it to navigation radios, but in this case I'm going to keep it tuned to the GPS. And what I'm going to do also is now click it over to nav, because I want it to follow the GPS. Okay, let's see what we can find out in the GPS though, because this is one thing that's new for me. I really don't know what that is. I mean, it's obviously seems like it's some sort of topo scale. I can turn that off. Fuel range ring on. Well, that's cool. I've never been in here. That's fun. To 91 aviation airport range, 25 miles, heliports on, safe to start on nautical extensions. Introduce range. Oh, so this is what shows up where. It's very neat. I've never tested it out. Totally detailed normal. Huh. It's pretty cool. City detail, normal. Stay browsing on River Lake detail, normal. Airspace. Smart airspace. That's kind of neat. I don't know what smart airspace means, but hopefully it means that it just shows me what it is that's going around. This is the thing I really wish was working, the weather. I don't think it is. Let's see here. Color scheme. Doesn't seem to be much of a difference. I mean, I turned off the top up here. Let's turn the top up back on. Color scheme looks about the same, guys. Not really changed it. As for airspace, doesn't seem to me like it's changed how it showed it. Maybe we'll see once we start getting into actual airspace. Let's see, what does the terrain part look like? So it's the same. There has nothing. Weather's non-functional. Still, I think they may have updated the charts package, but that's not that interesting in this case. Here's my info. I think this is satellite radio, which of course does not work. Same as this. Yeah, I can't hear a difference. Connect setup doesn't work, does it? Units. That's exactly how I want it. I guess the answer is I can't find out how it's changed, but I know it's changed. One of the reasons why I updated it is basically because I knew nav data was updated. I like to have the newest nav data in the sim. I have a Navgraph subscription, and yeah, I see no reason why I shouldn't have it here. So I upgraded the water textures, which is maybe it's also coming from the NTEX. I think it looks really great the way that it blends the sky, the horizon, and the cloud, the sky colors. I'm not that happy with the water textures; they look a little repetitive. But I don't know, whatever. It's pretty good. Let's look at my. Like I said before on this flight, I love this repaint. It's such a neat looking plane. I'm a real fan of the Kenny Powers, the Skylane, as I like to call it. With I don't know what that is, cheetah, cougar on the side. That's awesome. That's awesome. So guessing, I don't know what that is, if that's snow or rock or whatever, but it's pretty good. I think it looks pretty good down here even in winter. Winter also looks fine. The OpenLC OpenLC looks, continues to impress me. It looks really, really fantastic. The X-Plane though is really, really getting me with its autogen, detail of the autogen, the distance and the detail. Like you see like houses over here, you see the lights and all that sort of stuff. I think it looks to be a really awesome platform. Okay, I'm going to turn off the lights again. I'm very excited about trying it out. I will do that. I might do that tomorrow even. And when I do, I'll be sure to share it with you. I expect it's a huge learning curve, just in terms of add-ons and all that sort of stuff. The thing that looks the worst, I think, for me in X-Plane still seems to really be the weather. Like, the clouds just look absolutely horrible. The standard clouds look like something that's sort of generated in Photoshop with the rendered clouds filter. It looks terrible. It looks really, really, really bad. They look mathematic and repetitive and just terrible. Not impressed. No, not impressed. Okay, let's check out the charts and see how it looks like wherever it goes. So we are going to Lake Village. It seems like it also has a north-south runway. Check out Google Earth first. Nice little airport with it's got the FBO down to the south end, and a taxiway all along the side. Neat. It's got a funny little turnaround halfway down the strip, and at the end, one will be interesting to see if they model that. And let's see what we can find out in terms of other stuffs. So there's RNAV approaches. There's even a VOR approach. But I think we need to do that. It looks pretty clear out. That's a weird VOR. So you inside of this VOR that's basically say what? Oh, 13, 16. Yeah, 13 miles away. It's a long way. And then you do probably a visual at the end there. I don't think we're gonna bother doing that. We're just gonna fly straight in on the GPS. Pretty cool. Numerous agricultural options. February, October. Is that what it means? Options or opinions? Opinions. Activity. Single engine and aircraft base bill 11. Yeah. It's amazing. 42,000 local GA operations. That's a lot for the whole. $14 aircraft basically. That's a lot. I guess it's a crop dusting service playstyle, which kind of makes sense for why it's so much. Glide slope path 4 degrees, 29 degrees, 780 feet on runway. Yeah, I'm gonna go on runway 1, I think. Steeper approach. I have to say though, the center of America here is pretty nondescript. It's starting to look very samey going up the Mississippi. I was excited about it, but turns out the Mississippi is a little samey, at least through this, at least in the simulator, probably not in real life. Oh, we just made it into Arkansas, you guys. New state. New state. So far in this series, I've been started out some without narration up here through West Virginia and North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and now Arkansas. So the next one will be Tennessee, where I haven't been. This Kentucky, and that's that Missouri, and then these two guys. I think I may have actually been to Ohio in before I started recording. And so I basically, the New England states up here, I were the first ones I visited in my tour, and that was before I started recording. I started recording once I passed Washington DC, but I visited all the East Coast states until then. I even did Rhode Island. Yeah, it's pretty great so far. I did like it. So cool. This is that's my fuel. That's a long distance that you can fly in this guy, huh? You can fly all the way out here before refuel. 4 hours and 34 minutes. I have to admit, I haven't seen that before. Never really zoomed out that much. Let's see if we can. I kind of want to. I think there's too much stuff on the map. I don't understand why these airways are here. It's not, I think, not specifically not ask for, oh, airways, oh, look at that. Here we go. That's better, that's what I like. Yeah, so right now we have a getting close to where we need to go, don't we? Should be up here somewhere. Be interesting. Once again, what we're looking for is we're looking for tires to fail. I don't know if they will, or if it's just sort of A2A simulating that they wear out and you have to click a button, or if they actually simulate what happens if you don't click a button. That's what I'm trying to figure out, like what will happen. I've seen, once again on X-Plane, I've seen some videos of tires failing, and what happens when they fail. You basically, you lean down to the side and you, see, this is what I'm wondering, is this simulated as something that's broken and about to fail? Is that visually a visual simulation of that, or is that just the way that graphic looks? It just looks so weird because it's the only thing that has cracks on it. The entire model, the rest of the model is just pristine. So I don't get it if that's the only thing that has just cracks on it. Okay, anyways, I can actually see the runway up ahead. Take out the autopilot. We'll go left here. Runway 1.
Mike 32, traffic, Cessna, November 995, Charlie, Sierra is 7 miles south, 2,500, inbound to land, runway 1. Mike 32.
Yeah, anyways, in the X-Plane video I saw, it just sort of really listed over to the side like this, and he seemed to have to struggle when he was braking it. He also made a noise. That was the airfoil lab sim Cessna 172 or something, I think. Seems like an interesting plane. So I don't know how the A2A, I think the A2A's simulations are probably some of the best aircraft simulations that is out there for any platform. But I'm interested to see how they actually deal with this tire stuff. Plus I just want it to happen because I keep referring to it, and I just want it to happen now so we can stop referring to it, move on to a faster plane, and get going. I want to probably fly the real air a bit more, the Turbine Duke. Really sad news that the real air simulations are closing their studio, and even stopping sales of the products that are already out there, so I hope you already got the Turbine Duke. It's amazing. If not, then it's too bad, you really missed out. I must recommend sort of pirating it or something because it was so good. It is so good still. It's a great plane to fly, really, really fun, I think, and fast, good looking, all the things. All of the things.
Mike 32, traffic. Cessna, November 905 Charlie Sierra is on final runway 1 to land. Mike 32.
Okay, so we are high, but you know what, it's not really, I think, a problem. I can do a little forward slip here. Some more altitude. We're high, but we're realizing we're high kind of early, and I think we're not that high. See, there we go. Back on the pappies. Okay, at this point we'll stop, arrest our sync a little bit, and so we have also dropping speed.
$500.
So we can drop some speed, we can take out the flaps. It's so it's one notch of flaps. It's really fighting it. Really fighting this right now. I'll show you the yokes so you can see. That's 2 notches of flaps. Trim down so I can add some power. Stalls. Looks like very nicely done, Freeway Airport. Little shed at the beginning here. So now we're too low. There's the little loop as you saw in the okay, well, tires held up. I'm not sure if to say thankfully or sadly. I don't really want to fail. It's definitely easier to taxi the plane now that my pedals aren't scooching around. It's quite interesting. The difference it makes. It's turning out to be quite an undertaking, going around all of America from point to point. I've not taken any shortcuts so far. It's taken me so far almost half a year to get this far from starting off at Bar Harbor, Maine. I mean, probably would go faster if I could do this more often, but yeah, it's there's no joke. It's some distances. This country is huge. Each state is huge, but it's nice for now at a new state. Once again, Orbex has really helped us out with these quite lovely freeware little airports. I mean, this is pretty good. It's free. It's such an upgrade to the standard. I'm very, very happy with it. So another thing that kind of attracts me to explain though is all the freeware that's out there. Not that it's necessarily that great, but it seems pretty good to me. Anyways, yeah, our tires are still rolling out. We got one less state to go to. And, thanks for flying along. Let's see if maybe next time we can't get lucky and break something. For reals. Didn't sound good, did it? I'll just check the real quick and see if there's anything new. Nope, nothing new. Okay, thanks for watching, and thanks for coming along, and I'll see you next time. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe. If you could leave a message, or a comment, or a like, or whatever you want. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.